ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use a can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Get on out my problems, let me When I've been magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going.
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch 'cause you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating 'cause ice on the wrist. My bitch, you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When the not save us, yeah.
All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Come on, set. 15, line it. 15 line. X3, 218, chopper. Ready.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Switch.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Mike, 53.
Hey, zoom.
Throwing, Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
Ready up.
Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. Defense win check.
Go.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards, good for a giant first down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Now Saquon Barkley, he takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Check. Check your hot read.
61, matchbox lights.
Now Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It goes as a loss of 6, and now 3rd down. Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. They'll try and run with their fullback. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now the Pro Bowl kicker, Aldrick Rosas. Last year, he hit one from 57. 64 was Matt Prater's record. This would top that by a yard. And they're not going to get the kick off in time. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. To punt it away on 4th down, here's Drew Kaiser. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Check 3.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, 88 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The extra point up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11.
6-6. Pull it high.
At the 38-yard line.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Right here, right here.
Check. 50.
Get it.
On second and 11 now. Jones. Open man is Cameron Batson. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53.
That's another Giants.
Greystone, grab it.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike. Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Hey, seam 6.
Let's go. Hey, we got
2nd and 13. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Jones now operating from the gun. And Tate's got it. And he's got this down to the 35. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 35. They'll run on first down. Barkley, and he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Got it.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 33-yard line.
53 to Mike. 53 to Mike.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 22-yard line. On first down, Barkley. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a 5-yard pickup that time on what will wind up being the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Giants nothing.
Come on, set. 10-2 start.
Mike. Let's go, D. Let's go.
From the 17, Jones. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Operating from the gun, Jones. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Looking to throw. Jones, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Eagles defense able to hold.
Come on, fellas.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality? Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Letting one go deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 1-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better. Now Barkley stripped of the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And that will set him up in excellent shape. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Well, that sure started out as a good example of what they call backed up or coming out on offense, meaning you're backed up close to your own goal line. Big-time emphasis on practicing that to try and create some room at no less to give the punter a chance to kick the ball away. It means take care of the ball, try and create some space. They were doing that, and the ball comes free.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Sunday. Hey, Delta.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Check, 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 check. 59 Mike, 59 Mike. Check, check, 59. Coming.
Now Wentz. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
2 incompletions haven't moved them any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Eagles 14, Giants nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. Brushing off defenders. And great field position coming up as he gets this just shy of the 45, out of bounds at the 44.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Right back to him on first down. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Now they try the right side here. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The Giants on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Look at me. Door. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
132 fighter.
Jones throwing on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
Set. 120.
56. No chance.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Wentz. Looking for Ertz, but it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And now look at him go. The 20, 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Kill.
59. 59. Out. Watch twist.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
On a 2nd and long game planning, they've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Get your swerve off.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
To throw again on second down. Jones. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful, because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Wentz now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. Wentz going to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clean? Clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Watch the out. Watch the out.
61, Matchbox Lights. Bravo. 52.
You. Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. It's our field.
Now Jones. A final shot before break. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Rush in.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. And an Eagle first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Tighten up.
Right back to Sanders on 1st down. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
57.
Hey, watch it.
Now a carry for Sanders. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
56. 3 bucks.
They'll run on 1st down. Sanders pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Under 10.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. 58, right over there.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Undercrush. Lion.
Check out.
Forward, Tokyo. 5.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And the pressure gets to him again. Yannick Ngakoue has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Not a big deal on that one, just your everyday 67-yard punt. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Watch the safety screen.
Hard.
52.
Here's Pirine. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
And that's a nice gain by him on 1st down, picking up some key yardage.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Let him know. Watch it. Shoot.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 13 yards, good for a Giant 1st down. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
53, Mike, 53.
Hey, Haywood.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready? 18 Gator.
Check 53, Mike. Hey, watch the
Pilot, 64, weak.
Hey, check 24, watch 24.
They go.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
A 10-yard pickup brings up second
6-6,
down.
pull it high.
Their 48-yard line.
53 to Mike, 53, check 53. Switch up, switch up. Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
Hey, exit. Now.
From just shy of midfield, Jones nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Giants on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough third and 18.
53.
Smooth.
Mike.
Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
On second down, Hilliard. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1. They'll run again with Hilliard. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
SOS. Showing up. Slam. Kill. Turn up.
Here's Hilliard. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now Sanders. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Sanders. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Only a yard in the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. The extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
53, Mike 53. Let's go, let's go.
Here's 2nd and 8. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Boom. That's how we do it, baby.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk. And he's going to go down again. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Our time. It's our time. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
Get it.
On 4th down, Jones. He's going to let it fly. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
There we go. Back. Ready?
Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead. but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
55-9. Check 56.
Wentz will try again on second down. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
56 to Mike. 56.
Here's Wentz to throw. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.